my God! Today's meal is particularly awful. I can't believe you tried to make me eat something that tastes like dog food. What kind of harassment is this?
Dog food? Are you talking about the meal I made for you this morning?
Exactly. I had no choice but to choke it down. Don't make me eat that disgusting food again. You've been married to Jake for 2 years, and you've been living with me for 3 months already, right? When are you going to learn to cook something decent? I've been giving you cooking tips every day. Why don't you show some improvement?
You always complain when I cook frozen food. I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning to make sure you have breakfast and lunch ready. And now you're saying it's like feeding you dog food? If you dislike my cooking that much, why don't you cook for yourself? I have a full-time job and I'm doing my best to juggle work and household responsibilities. Since you don't have a job, why not handle your meals?
What are you implying? Taking care of your mother-in-law is also part of being a wife. I feel sorry for my son who has to eat your awful cooking every day. For your sake, I suggested living together so I could teach you how to cook.
My husband enjoys what you call dog food. I've been making Jake's lunch alongside your breakfast. Essentially, he's eating the same meals. Jake has never complained about the food. The only one who seems to have an issue is you.
He's just being nice to you. He's lying to spare your feelings, you know. Can't you even realize that?
I don't think so. Besides, you end up eating everything anyway, right?
What?
Well, my lunch break is almost over. I have to go now.
What do you mean you have to go? We are not done talking.
I'm at the office, Victoria. I'm sorry, but I have to go back to work.
Hey! We are talking about an important thing. Ah, Jesus Christ. Looks like I'll have to teach you a proper lesson.
You did it, didn't you? All the stew I just made is spilled in the sink. Why did you do that?
Yes, I threw it away.
I knew it. What were you thinking?
I tasted it while you were in the bathroom. It was awful, completely inedible. Tasted like it was rotten. Could have caused food poisoning. That's why I had to throw it away. My son could get hospitalized eating that food.
I bought the ingredients after work today. There's no way they could have gone bad. And please, don't waste food like this. If you don't like my cooking, you don't have to eat it. You didn't have to throw it away like that.
Oh, really? I wondered why it tasted like that. Now because of you, there's nothing edible left in this house. I'm going out to eat with my friends tonight.
What?
I don't want to get sick from eating your cooking. Since I have to eat out because of you, you'll be paying for it. I'll charge you later.
Why do I have to pay for it? I don't get it.
Don't you ever talk back to me. I refuse to eat such dog food level stew. Well, you've learned your lesson now. Make sure you cook a decent meal next time.
Hi, honey.
I just finished work. I'm heading home now. You cooked my favorite stew today, right? I'm sorry I had to work overtime today. I'm so hungry. I can't wait to be home and eat the best stew in the world.
Well, your mother threw it away.
What?
She threw it away while I was in the bathroom. She proudly told me about it when I asked her.
What the hell? I can't believe she did that.
She said it tasted rotten. That's why she decided to throw it away.
No way that's true. You would never cook food like that. The packed lunches you make for me every day are really good too.
Thank you, honey. So there's no food that I can serve you right away.
I see. I'm sorry about my mom. It was a mistake that we agreed to live with her. I thought she needed to be with us after my father left her. I feel bad that you have to wake up early every day to cook. But if I try to talk to her, she just gets even more stubborn. I'm really sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I love cooking for you. I'm sorry. I know you were excited about the stew. If I noticed sooner what she was planning to do, maybe it wouldn't have happened. Looks like your mother went out to eat, so I'll cook again.
Oh, honey, you don't have to do that. How about we go out to eat too?
Are you sure?
Yeah, why not? It's a long weekend too, so how about we grab some drinks?
That sounds good. Actually, there are things I want to talk about without your mother around.
Alright. I will get back home in 30 minutes. You should get ready soon.
Alright. Take care, honey. See ya.
Let's enjoy tonight. I'm here to hear whatever you want to share, honey. See ya.
Hey, Alex. Where are you now? Why aren't you home? Who's gonna take care of the house? This is unforgivable. You should know your position. If you have time to hang out outside, put effort into improving your cooking skills. I can't believe you went out overnight without preparing meals for me. You're a failure as a wife. When you get back, I have to lecture you very well. I won't stop until you apologize sincerely. Be prepared. Alex, when are you going to come back? This is unacceptable. Since there was no food in the house, I had no choice but to eat out. When you come back, I'll charge you the full cost of the meal that I paid. And that's not all. Because you're not here, the laundry and cleaning have piled up. You've abandoned your job as a wife. You're the worst. I can't take this anymore. Jake should consider divorcing a wife like you. Be prepared. Alex! So you finally came back. You were out with Jake during this long weekend?
Yes, that's right. Do you have any problem?
Yes, I do. Well, it's good that it wasn't an affair. But you neglected your important role of cooking for your mother-in-law and went on a trip. It's unforgivable.
So a wife isn't allowed to go on trips with her husband? Why is everything I do wrong to you?
Shut up! If you're back home now, prepare the meal, clean, and do laundry. Do it quickly. and pay me back the money that I spent on food while you were away.
Oh, God.
Hey, why didn't you cook for me? Even though it's bad, I always eat your terrible food.
I won't cook for you anymore because you'll throw it away.
What?
You just want to make a complaint for no reason. It's unacceptable that you always waste food. Why do I have to cook for a person who just throws food?
That's why I'm telling you to cook good food, aren't I? You're the one wasting ingredients. A cheeky wife like you deserves a divorce. Even Jake must be sick of such terrible food. I'm so ashamed that you're the wife of my son. I'll talk to Jake and kick you out of this house.
Oh, really? Then do you know where Jake is right now?
What are you talking about? He's at home. Hold on. What's going on?
Mom?
Jake, where did you go? Oh, I see. Your wife made another terrible food, so you went out to buy food for us, right? Oh, you're such a good son.
Alex makes terrible food?
Yeah. You know what? She didn't prepare a meal for me. She has no respect. You've seen it too, right? She's really bad at cooking. She makes food that only a dog would eat. On top of that, she's always very rude to me. You know what she said to me earlier?
She said she won't cook for you anymore?
Oh, you already know?
Well, I'm with Alex right now.
Huh?
I'm at Alex's parents' place.
Why?
We spent our long weekend here. Alex and her family cooked food for me, and it was really good.
Oh, Lord. Are you okay? I can't believe she's making you eat that disgusting food. You should come back.
That's enough. Mom, you've been relying on Alex's cooking skills since you married Dad.
Huh?
I've been wondering when you would realize that we already know it.
Wait, what are you saying? What do you mean I was relying on Alex? You got married to Alex 2 years ago. We started living together just 2 months ago. It doesn't make any sense.
You really haven't noticed?
What are you talking about?
You just buy food at the deli and pretend that you cook it, don't you?
What? No. Why would I do that?
That deli is run by Alex's family.
What?
By the way, Alex also works there in the kitchen.
No way. That's ridiculous. She must be lying. I've never seen her working there.
That's because she works in the kitchen. Listen, Mom. You've been lying to us for 20 years, serving us the food that Alex cooked. You're telling me Alex is bad at cooking? Aren't you the one who now knows that that's not true?
Oh no. I mean, it's all a misunderstanding.
What kind of misunderstanding is there?
I didn't know Alex worked at that deli.
Whether you knew or not, the fact remains that you wasted food and harassed my wife. You were saying Alex's cooking is bad. Meanwhile, you proudly served dishes from Alex's family deli on our table. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? You know what? Including me, Alex, and her family, we all hate people who waste food.
Listen to me, Jake.
You can't stay with us anymore.
What? It's only been 2 months since we started living together. It's too sudden.
How can we keep living together when you harass my wife like this?
I won't do that anymore. I promise.
I don't trust you.
Why not?
You've been lying to us for 20 years. It's hard to trust someone who's been lying that long.
I won't lie anymore. Promise.
No matter what you say, I won't change my mind. I've already terminated the lease for that apartment at the end of this month.
What? Really? Why do you have to go this far?
I know if I don't, you won't leave us alone. We used this long weekend to look for a new place. And we were lucky to find one quickly.
Then I'll come live with you in the new place.
Mom, please. I can't do this anymore.
You're leaving me? The one who was divorced because of your father's infidelity? How could you do this to me?
Of course, Dad was wrong to cheat, and I'm not on his side at all. I mean, it's rather ironic that he left because he fell in love with a woman who's good at cooking.
What?
Dad never said anything, but he knew that you were lying to us for a long time.
Oh no. Really?
I did feel somewhat sorry for you being left alone after being cheated on. So when you wanted to live together, I accepted, didn't I? But then, you started harassing Alex, and you never did any housework. Plus, I can't believe you asked Alex to pay you for your food. It's just too much, Mom. I'm done with you. Please, reflect on your actions, Mom. Pack up your things, and please leave as soon as possible. If you don't move out by the end of this month, I'll have to forcibly kick you out.
Jake!
Goodbye, Mom.
The next day, Victoria stormed into our deli and caused a scene. But we knew she would come in, so we promptly called the police. She wasn't arrested, but she seemed frightened when the police arrived. After that, somehow she realized her mistake and left the apartment quietly. Jake and I relocated and started a new life. Living without her, I gradually felt the stress melting away. My constant headaches vanished, and life became much more comfortable.
Edison, are you coming back early today?
Sorry, Jamie. I might be running a bit late today.
How much later is a bit?
Probably about 2 hours.
I don't think that's just a bit. And didn't you say you would apply for maternity leave? It's already been a week since I was discharged from the hospital. When will you be able to take it?
Well, I applied for it a while ago. But it seems that without my help, the office would be in trouble. It's not possible anytime soon. But don't worry, I'll be home from next week.
Will you be home for sure? I don't mind going back to my parents to nurse our baby. And since you were busy with work, I could just let my parents know and return home. I am tired as I cannot get enough sleep and I am at my limit. I feel lightheaded when I'm awake and sometimes I fall asleep while breastfeeding Ellie.
Could you try and tide over this week? I'll take care of Ellie when I get home today. You can sleep during that time.
If I really get through this week, will I be able to rest?
Yeah, you can definitely take a break. After all, I have applied for maternity leave. I won't go to work no matter what the company says.
Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. But I won't be able to make dinner today. I don't think I can take it.
Yep, it's fine if you don't make dinner. I'll get a takeout and eat it while working. What will you have for dinner? Should I buy dinner back for you?
I'm okay. I ordered a lentil vegetable meal from Grubhub.
I see. What about Ellie? Is she asleep?
Not yet. I just finished feeding her milk. I'm currently trying to cradle her to sleep, but it seems like she isn't falling asleep.
Well, it's only been a fortnight since she was born. You'll be able to sleep well after a few more days. That's what they said in the baby nursing class anyways.
It's still hard on me since that seems pretty far away. Whew. I've been breastfeeding for about 2 to 3 hours since I woke up.
It's like torture.
I don't think that's funny. But I guess this is how we all start, right? From a baby to where we are now.
That's true. Now that I've become an adult, I admire how my parents were able to bring me up where I am now.
That's right. I've become more grateful to my parents because of this. But it's difficult for me right now. Even though Ellie is so cute. I don't feel like doing anything else other than wanting to fall asleep.
I know. I'm sorry for putting you through so much. But starting next week, I'll be able to be with you and help you take care of Ellie. It's tough, but let's get through it together.
Yeah. You are so busy. I feel bad for bothering you. Ever since I was discharged, all I did was complain to you.
It's fine. I wasn't able to be there for you properly. Well then, when I get home, we will talk about our baby.
Okay. Don't overwork yourself, all right? Be careful on your way home. What do you mean by this, Edison? You said you were able to take maternity leave, right? Why did you suddenly have to go on a business trip?
It can't be helped. There was a little accident which occurred with a distant business partner.
Didn't you say you will be staying home starting this week? I even caught a cold because I was losing sleep due to nursing. Why do you even have to go on this trip while on maternity leave?
It's an order from the company. An emergency like this is something only I can handle, since there is nothing they can do. It's a case that only I can handle.
You should have just told me that from the beginning. It would have been better for me to go back to my parents and spend time nursing there. I didn't do that because I trusted you to be beside me. Please don't make promises you can't keep.
Don't say that. I'm working hard here for the both of you.
I know that, but I told you that raising a newborn is difficult, right? It was you who told me you would be able to support me at this difficult time.
You know that there are people in this world who raise their children alone, right? Isn't it too much to complain that I can't take care of my child because of work? You can say you are sleepy or tired, but every other mother would just go through it like it was normal.
What?
Just think about it more. Aren't there husbands who work at companies that don't allow them to take maternity leave? I think you are coming on to me too hard.
So it's my fault?
I guess you are lacking in the patience department, aren't you? In the case of new mothers, you are kind of lacking behind. In the first place, my mother brought me up all by herself, and that was considered normal. It's just 1 week, and you've already gone haywire. I think I have spoiled you.
I am not mad at you for making me raise your child alone. I am angry because I said it would be better for us if I went back, but you stopped me.
If so, why don't you go on home? It will be all right if you stay there until my business trip is over.
Are you really saying this at this time?
Well, you can't take this alone, right? Then just go. In the first place, if I fell sick, it would be hard to look after the baby alone. Stop pestering me like this. I don't want to be upset, as I must attend this business trip.
Falling sick and this are different stories. You really are selfish. Trusting you might have been a poor choice.
What do you mean by that?
Do you think I don't know that? Whatever, I'm going back to my parents.
That will be better for you. Since then, you won't complain about my work anymore. Also, when you get back home, you will probably have some free time. Why don't you look into single mother households? There are a lot of single mothers who worked hard after all. You should realize you are being too demanding. Jamie, are you still at your parents'?
Of course.
I just came back from my business trip, but my stuff is gone. Why is the room kind of empty? Did you do some decluttering?
Yeah, I figured I'd throw you away. I guess this can be considered decluttering. I brought my own stuff back home too.
What? Are you still angry over the fight we had before my business trip? Come on now. You don't have to pack up and leave all of a sudden.
No, I can't take it anymore. I don't think I can live with you anymore.
Was I wrong? Are you planning to live separately just because I can't leave work on time?
I want a divorce, not living separately.
Divorce? Did I do something that bad? Isn't it just me not being able to do maternity because of work?
It wasn't work, wasn't it?
What?
For the sake of your affair, you went on a trip instead of taking care of our child. That is why I want a divorce.
Huh? What are you talking about? I wouldn't do that.
Since you went on that trip, I fell sick and went to the hospital. My mother is driving to your house in 3 hours to bring the baby to you. So please take care of Ellie in the meantime. On my way home from the hospital, I met your colleague Shane. I heard it all from him. He said you were at home on maternity leave.
Isn't that during the maternity leave period?
You are both part of the same department. And he doesn't even know that you were on an emergency business trip?
Well, our positions are different, so...
I don't want to hear your excuses! I logged onto your account for a tour website, and I saw that you bought a tour pack for 2, didn't you? So did you or did you not go on a trip?
No, that? I only applied for that pack because it was cheap. I was really working.
There were 2 people booked for the tour.
That is for a colleague who went with me.
I thought it was a business trip that only you can handle. Also, I contacted your company just to be sure, but they told me you were in the middle of maternity leave. Isn't it funny? You were on maternity leave since I left the hospital after giving birth. So what have you been doing besides working?
Sorry.
What do you mean, sorry? Is it because of the affair you had? Are you finally feeling guilty only now?
No.
What reason? Wasn't that for cheating? I will also look through your phone. If the stories do not match, I will divorce you immediately.
I went out with a woman.
I thought so.
No, but it's different. I wasn't serious about that. You are the one I want to be with, and I don't want a divorce. It's just that I was fooling around with her.
Shut up! It makes me angry. Enough with the excuses. Come to my parents' house right now and show us all the information and interaction of this person that you had an affair with. Where and what have you been up to, and when you met this person and whom you had an affair with? I will have you tell me everything. If you lie or delete the history of your interactions, I won't let you off easily.
Jamie, please give me another chance. Let's meet one more time and talk this through.
We will meet when we are signing the divorce papers. We can talk about it at that time. I am currently busy taking care of Ellie.
I'm really sorry about what happened.
As I said when you came to my parents' house, it's not enough for you to apologize. You've been having an affair ever since I was pregnant. What's more, after going on maternity leave, you went to the home of the person you were having an affair with instead of looking after your own child. Not only that, but you also went on a tour with her straight after. I guess your very own family came in second in your heart.
I wanted to go on that tour with the two of you. I went to that person's house because...
Oh, you mean the story of how she will expose the relationship to me and force us to break it off?
Yeah. Right after giving birth, you were on edge, weren't you? You weren't in the best of health physically and mentally. If you heard I was cheating, then I fear you might have collapsed.
Why has the story changed to something like that? And no matter what, it would have hurt me mentally regardless. But in all honesty, you just didn't want to be exposed to be having an affair, right? Stop changing the story to fit your agenda!
No, I was really worried about you.
Can you stop thinking that you didn't do anything wrong? If you hadn't had the affair in the first place, this wouldn't have happened, right?
But I wasn't serious about that relationship. It was just a relationship, just for fun. And yet, this happened. I don't know what I should have done either.
So you think I would forgive you if it wasn't serious? Do you think that if you weren't serious, it is okay to commit any crime?
Well, I don't think you would. But I just couldn't help it.
Do you think that it is excusable for going to your affairs house and traveling when you should be helping me? But the fault lies with you. A married man found another woman to play around with and then getting blackmailed by her. During that time, I was nursing our child while my mind and body broke. I knew about your affair even then. How can you think that it's possible for us to even get back together? It's impossible for me.
I really want to be together with the both of you, I swear. I am deeply sorry about cheating on you. But I have never thought to break up our family like this.
That just means you had just no courage to cheat and be prepared for divorce, right? You were in the wrong about thinking that it was okay to play with her until I gave birth to begin with. Blame only yourself if you are going to blame someone. I think I will never forgive you for the rest of my life.
I'd do anything you want from now on. I will watch over Ellie whenever need be. I can also do all household chores. As long as you come back to me, that's all I need. Please, please come back home.
Never. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. I don't want that filthy hand that you used to touch another woman to touch my daughter.
But I told you everything truthfully. I showed you my phone because I don't want to separate from you. I never actually lied to you.
I didn't say I wouldn't divorce you if you told me everything. You just expected me to forgive your infidelity, didn't you? Well, now you can at least understand the pain of having your expectations betrayed, no?
I really don't want a divorce. I really treasure the both of you a lot. I don't want us all to separate.
But you separated us yourself. I risked my life to give birth to our child, and you can't even help by taking care of her, so I went back to my parents for help. Even though I was raising her by cutting back on sleep, you, my husband, were spending the time at the house of another woman, leaving me exhausted at home while you went on a tour with said woman. If you say you don't want to be apart, you should have stayed with me when I needed your help.
It's because the other person is threatening me.
But you were the cause of that! Besides, did you forget what you said to me before going on that trip? As a mother, I was told that I was too spoiled, and I wasn't doing my best. This is something you should never say, even if you are having an affair.
Sorry. I was trying my best too. I wanted to take care of our child and help you more, Jamie. I really do. I never meant to break this family apart.
You are the one to break this household apart, so stop playing the victim! I don't need a husband that prioritizes the person he is having an affair with over his family.
Jamie, please forgive me. I beg of you. I will never ever cheat again. and I will definitely prioritize our family. I promise to be a good father.
It's all right. I already decided to raise my daughter as a single parent after all. Isn't that what you said? In this world, there are plenty of single mothers who can be independent. That's why I will be a strong mother that won't be dependent on another. After all that, my former husband came to my parents' house many times because he didn't want to be divorced. But in the end, we both sat down and talked it over and decided to divorce. I can't deny the fact that my daughter's father is my former husband, but I can no longer trust him as a partner. Of course, I thought about my daughter and considered marrying another to rebuild a family, but I decided to become a single mom rather than raising her with a man that may not love her. Also, it seems like Edison broke up with his partner after the affair was exposed, but it seems like his partner wanted to formally date him. I heard that because of this, he was stalked by his ex-partner for a long time. But honestly, I don't care about what happens to my former husband. However, if it put my daughter in danger, I think that divorcing that man was the right decision. But it seems like my former husband has reflected on the affair, and he pays child support every month as well as visiting once a month. I don't think we'll ever be a couple again, but as long as he doesn't betray his daughter, then all that is fine. If he takes care of his daughter, I have no complaints. And here I am, raising my daughter at home with the support of my parents. My physical strength is starting to return to normal after giving birth, and my physical condition has been improving. And recently, the amount of time my daughter spends sleeping has increased, and I no longer have to nurse as much as before. Whew! Of course, my parents are very helpful in raising my child, so I want to remember to be grateful and not be too pampered. I'm still learning as a mother, but I will strive to grow alongside my daughter. It is my decision to be a single mother after all. In order for that decision to not make it hard for my daughter, I will make sure to fill her up with love and make her feel glad that she was born.